All right, Coach, you there?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. All right, I like that, man. Here, adjust things over here, man. How you feeling today?
Awesome, brother.
I second that, man. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Hey, yo, hey, look, I'll take you to church, man.
What we got today, brother? What we got today? What we talking about today? Today.
Stop sharing really quick and let me turn on my video. I know you folks don't want to see this face, but I'm sorry. You're going to have to see it tonight.
That's what I'm talking
for
about.
a little bit. Man, look at that background you got over there, man. That's sexy there, man. I like that.
No, I keep changing it
I
up.
like that. Tell us, before we kick this thing off, what is that, behind you? Because that's new there.
All right, now that book is coming out very soon. The website should be live very soon so we can start pre-ordering. Why Wait to Be Great? It's a story of my journey to learning how to invest, right? It tells you from the beginning till today how I started in real estate investing and how we're making the money now.
Okay. Nice, man. Okay, I like it, man. Look, you're definitely inspiration, motivation, encouragement, and all those other wonderful adjectives, man. You definitely are that, man. I can tell you that. And because of you, hey, you guys saw doing the preview there while we were listening to a little tunes. The same thing. My book, I'm shopping it around right now for publishers, which was today was extremely exciting because I had an opportunity to speak with my third publishing company. And I think I may have found the one I'm comfortable with working with. So that book, which I'm sure is yours, will it be available both digital and paperback?
Absolutely.
Good deal. Yeah, and I'm actually going to be giving out, my books. I hate to use the term free of charge, but I'll be giving out that my book free of charge to those that are working with us, partnering with us, growing with us, going through our coaching platform, because it's very important and imperative now that we have the proper support, the proper documentation, to go out and be successful. And, I feel very confident and comfortable with saying that they are definitely in the right place.
Absolutely. And guess what? I second that motion. Anybody that join our coaching group, I would do the same. I give them a free copy.
Hey, that's it, man. This is what I'm doing here. Let's see here. All right. So you got to go back in and you got my screen sharing disabled.
Oh, no, I don't have that. Why would it do that?
Yeah, man. Why are you doing me like that, man? You doing me like that, man?
Let me figure out what's going on. Let me go back to you, make you the. All right, let's see what's going on.
There we go. Well, while you're working on that, hey, I got a couple of praise reports. Sitting here working nonstop as I do, and so I'm working on a subject to transaction, but it's a loan modification subject to transaction. The seller of the property just sent me her documentation. She's $62,000 behind on her mortgage. She doesn't want her house anymore. She's already abandoned it. last month, well, actually, I'll say yes, probably been 3 or 4 weeks now. I typed up the first round of letters, communication go out to the bank. The bank just responded, said, "Hey, this is all we need here to proceed with this transaction." So I am completely in love with this process because this seller, she's $62,000 behind on her mortgage. She's moved out of her home. She doesn't want it anymore. And she has agreed to deed the property over to me. I am going to reset her loan and take ownership of the property and leave the loan in her name.
Lovely.
You see that?
Lovely.
Ownership of the property, leave the loan in her name. Now, many folks may be wondering, like, why on earth would someone do that? Well, for her, I can speak for her. She didn't have a way out. Her only way out was to abandon the property and be foreclosed.
That's not a good way out.
Young lady, no. Young married couple inherit the home from her parents that passed away. The mortgage went into her name. And now she's like, well, hey, I guess I'm just going to get foreclosed on. Imagine what that could do to how much that could set her and her family back. Exactly. So someone like myself comes along and says, hey, I could negotiate a short sale, but why do that? Then I have to bring money to the table to acquire it. This way here, I don't have to bring any money to the table to acquire it, But in her case, hey, I did tell her, hey, we see this thing all the way through to the end. I'll give you $1,000 at the end of the transaction.
Look, folks don't understand now. He just touched on a real big deal, right? He just let you know about how he getting a house subject to it stays in the other person's name. However, he controls the asset. That is awesome, right? It's awesome. Not only that, he told you I don't know if y'all listen to that nugget. Let me see who in here heard that nugget he said about what kind of clients he helping. I just want somebody to put in the chat message. What kind of clients he helping? What's the situation really is, and how did they get the house? That's the question I'm asking. How did they acquire the house? And he's helping them out. Go ahead, put it in the chat message. I want to see. And Harry, look at that. She didn't waste no time in Harry. Yeah, so Ebony didn't waste any time. Yes, inherited. Guys, that is a gold mine. Studies show that a person that do not earn something don't mind getting rid of it. They don't mind getting rid of it. Studies show that. That's why they say go through obituaries and see, who's passing and see who inherited properties, because those people did not work hard to buy that property. They didn't pay their hard-earned money to get that property. They inherited the property. When they inherit properties, man, they give them away. They give them away for a little bit of nothing. Absolutely.
I agree. And it's, I'm just thankful to be in a position where, I can, assist, this family with, not falling into that trap, So I'm very grateful for them. And I know they're grateful for me, and we're going to see this thing all the way through to the end. And in fact, I'm gonna give you guys a prime example of what's going to happen with that property tonight. So tonight, when we get started here, show you guys here what I'm doing, just to let you know that you guys can do this. It is just this quick. So I'm sitting here right now. Coach, I know you know what this is, right?
It's got a little contract right there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, you signing a contract. Are you putting your initials there? Look at you. You doing it fast too.
JB3.
Hey, and they ain't yours. That's the business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I ain't buying nothing, huh? The business buying it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at, worked on it to where no money down, no deposits. Look at, boom.
You mean to tell me you're finna get a contract on that house and you're not giving them not a dime for it?
Well, they'll get a dime for it. I'm just not putting down a deposit.
So you ain't got to worry about risking nothing. You're not risking anything if you're doing that.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I mean, you can walk away and ain't no problem, huh?
Nope, not at all.
I changed my mind. Deuces.
And look, this guy, he got it set up to where I'm the seller and the buyer. That ain't right. Send this dude. Let me send this back. Skip. I just want to give you an example, of what all I got going on over here.
Well, since you didn't ask me what I got going on.
Talk to me.
Tomorrow I got a meeting set up, a Zoom call with 2 millionaires, right? One guy got 3 lakefront houses. He worked for the VA hospital. And my mentor that got me in the game, he basically got a deal going on with a bank for $250,000 for a property worth 1.5 million. 20
no way.
20 units.
Come on.
Units. The bank calling him saying, get him off our heads. You got the cash. So the deal is, and I'll share this with everyone. The deal is this young man, basically, my green screen showing behind me. The deal is I'm in the military. He's prior service. The other guy that worked with the 3 lakefront houses, he got 3 properties as well, lakefront, and he's military. I'm going to retire. The other guy with 3 lakefronts, he's retired. And we got one more person he just did 6 years, right? So my mentor basically said, hey, come in with me. All right, come in. Let's do this deal together. And it needs some renovation, of course, but 1.5 million, he's getting it for 250,000.
Okay. Wow.
20 units.
Wow.
And we're thinking about doing veterans. We want to do it for veterans home because we want to get the homeless veterans off the streets. That's all we try and do. Just, hey, let's help them get off the streets. Let's give them something. We all 3 vets. We all want to help somebody else out. So that's what you didn't ask me.
Got it. No, man, that's amazing there, man. Kudos to you and that group. That's one that's going to be able to step in, assist the bank with solving their problem, and then secondly with coming up with a very creative strategy to assist so many others that are in need. So definitely kudos to you guys, man. I know that's near and dear to your hearts, as you all are all servicemen and women of the country. So we salute you, brother. We salute you.
Let me throw this out there for everybody too. The guy that I'm bringing in, the third guy that I'm bringing in, and Joe, you're coming in as well. I'm gonna let you know when it's time, because you're the renovation man. I mean, you know how to run a crew. So I ain't gonna, I'm up here in DC area, Virginia, the DMV, so I can't do nothing down there. But it's in Louisiana. The young man that got the 3 lakefront properties, what he does is he do Airbnb.
Okay.
For veterans.
Okay.
So he like to have disabled veterans, and he like to give them a vacation home. That's why he buy nothing but lakefront properties. He remodel them, he make them nice, and he put a nice furniture in there, and he want to treat our veterans well. So that's why I brought him in right away. I want him to talk to the young man that got the deal lined up. I mean, I say young man, all these guys well with me, but yeah, this young man gonna talk to this young man, and I'm the middle guy that connect the dots, and we gonna have a Zoom call, man. You more than welcome to come. You know that automatic.
Man, hey, look, I definitely don't mind being a fly on the wall, man. Watch you guys make that magic happen.
Now they older now, they gonna be talking old man talk.
Well, brother, hey, look, I got an old soul, old soul now. Look, don't let these hands fool you now. Posters have disappeared. Hey, trust me, the work is still within me, man.
Got you, bro. Got you.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So we're gonna get this thing kicked off here. We got some really exciting information to share with you guys tonight. Tonight's topic is, I tried to send it out, and I'm going to try to do this every single Monday to share with you guys what the topic is going to be. So today we're going to focus on rental arbitrage. So when you hear that term, it's just a fancy way of saying really like short-term leases versus long-term leases. Okay, how you can actually make more off of your rental property versus your standard $200 to $300 per month. So examples of rental arbitrage can be Airbnb. It can be furnished finders. It can be leasing out your room. Some places they do the student housing to where they lease out per room versus, the entire house. So if you have a property where you can rent for $1,000 and it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, but hey, you choose to do it by, bedroom. Let's say if you do each room $500 a piece. So now you're making more than your 1,000. That's $500 more. I'm just using that as an example. And as I shared with you, a good return on an investment on a rental property is $200 to $300 per door. Most people believe that your rent is $1,000. Most people believe that the owner of the property is making $1,000. Hey, they may be making $1,000 if they own it free and clear. If they don't, they still have a mortgage payment that they have to pay, right? So the average, I had a conversation last night. My student, he was like, wait a second, Joe, I'm making, $600 on my rental property right now. Said, yes, you absolutely are. When did you purchase your property? 16 years ago, all right? How much do you owe on your property? Less than $30,000. Okay, so what is your interest rate? What's your monthly payment? All that. Perfect. Now take those exact same numbers, add the inflation along with the new percentages that you're being able to get loans for. What's your monthly note? Looked it up, said, you're right. You're right. I would be making about 200 and I think his number is about $230. So yeah, you're right. So, when you guys are looking to get into rental properties, take a look at two things. Do you have to do a long-term lease, which is 12 months or longer? Or are you able to do short-term leases or hospitality stays, increase your cash flow, but also your workload increases, okay? Unless you have the proper systems in place. So what I'm going to go over is a property that we just acquired. Now, when you're looking at rental arbitrage, a lot of people, they'll teach you two ways. One way is if you actually own the asset. The second way is if you do not own the asset. Okay. So you can rent properties and sublease them out again to another tenant, and they will pay you plus pay the rent on that property. So you're getting that middle commission, right? Same thing if you have a property manager. Property managers, they charge the owner of the home, a percentage of the gross, right? Not even the net, but of the gross. And then they get paid in the middle to handle all the issues, the phone calls, the vacancies, and they handle those things, but the owner's still paying for it, right? Financially, they're still paying for it. So when you're looking at that, there's two ways to do it. You own the asset, or you lease the property to your business, and then you sublease it out. Okay, there's two ways to do it. For me, I'm a bully when it comes to real estate, but I'm also smart. Okay, and whenever I say a bully is, hey, I try to own as much as I possibly can. That's just me. I try to own as much as I possibly can because I want to get paid multiple ways. In this case here, this property, hey, we own this property. Okay, so it's going to be an Airbnb. We own it. So whenever we lease the property out, we lease it out to our Airbnb company. So, hey, parent company is getting paid. The Airbnb is paying that lease. So remember I said that $200 to $300. My sexy number, my perfect number is $250. So the parent company is making $250 by leasing it to the Airbnb company. Okay. So I'm going to just walk through, with you guys, how to properly analyze an Airbnb. Okay. And also, as well as a short-term lease, and how to make it stand out from others. Okay. So let's go through. Going a little fast there. All right. So just an overview of this property here. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home, a pool. The house itself sleeps up to 8 guests. probably more if I put more beds in there. The expected annual revenue on this property here is about $22,000. Average daily rate is about $191. Occupancy rate, we're looking at about 31% of the month. So that's about 9 days. Okay, that's extremely low, right? That's just the projections. So you guys know, hey, I don't do anything average, right? Everything I do, I strive to go above and beyond. Okay. So does anyone on the call have experience with Airbnb right now? Coach, do you have any experience? Oh, Coach is probably doing something else.
Nah, man, I ain't doing that. I'm letting you take the lead, brother. No, I don't have much experience. I just got education. I listen to anybody talking money. Anybody talking money. And I do got a little knowledge about it. I have not done Airbnb yet. You know, I bought a property in DC area, hoping to be Airbnb, but a person came and said they want to rent it. And I just ran. I said, hey, look, guaranteed money is better than no money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, and I definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. And you know, that's why, you know, for me, I always, you know, share is, hey, look, guaranteed for sure. If you can get a long-term tenant in there. Also, hey, don't be afraid to actually analyze your property, you know, for, you know, short-term leases to see if it's going to, you can increase your profitability tremendously. Okay, tremendously. And by the end of this presentation, I'm going to show you guys how. So this house here, if I rent it out the regular way, and I'll circle back around to this later, I would make $250 a month net profit, okay, plus my equity increase, but I'm speaking about dollars right now. $250 a month. The end of the year, I would make $3,000 off of this property. $3,000. Most people be like, man, wow, that's not much. No, it's not. It's real estate is owning real estate is a long ball game. Okay. It's you buy, you know, with hopes of in the future from the increase in values, you'll be able to cash out further down the line. So it's a holding strategy. All right. So you don't get rich cash flow wise off of owning one property, but you can get rich once you flip that bad boy. Okay. Backstory on this house here. This house here is in really great shape. I mentioned to you guys I like to own. Okay. I found this property online listed for sale. I did my research on the property. I noticed that they purchased the property 2 years ago for exactly what they were selling it for. Because I understand mortgages and have an idea of what was going on, I dove a little deeper. I learned and noticed that, hey, they actually paid for this house with a VA loan, right? Any veterans on the call, they know when you use a VA loan, you come to the table with no money out of your pocket. No money. So they put no money down, purchased this home. Now they want to sell it for the same price. 2 years later, they don't have enough equity to sell it without having to bring money to the table. So I reached out to the owners because I'm not an agent. I can do that. I didn't violate any laws. Had a conversation. They agreed. Hey, let me take this off of your hands. All right. I will agree to buy your house for exactly what you owe on it. And how does that sound? Oh, thank you. Thank God. You don't have to bring any money to the table. Really? Oh my gosh. That's a blessing. In fact, I'll give you $1,000 just for you know, working with me. What? Really? And you don't have to split it with anybody. Oh man, that's a deal. Perfect. Got them to agree. This is how we have to execute this agreement. Subject to transaction, which my book will walk you guys through step by step on what the process is, what it means, how to present it to where it's a win-win for you. The sellers of the property, they agreed. We can't afford to pay 2 mortgages. We live out of state. Hey, we need your help. Thank you for being here for us. Good deal. So, you know, that's how I got my hands on this property here. If you take a look at these photos here, house isn't in bad shape. Nice pool back there. Now, whenever we got it, it was a jungle. So because all these trees here, grass was tall everywhere. Yeah, it was just bad because they hadn't been to the house in 3 months. So look at the pool. That tells you right there. But it's pine trees by it. So now it was 10 times worse than this. Hadn't been to the house in 3 months. Can you imagine paying, $1,400 for 3 months for something that you're not even going to get your value back because you hadn't owned it long enough? That's unfair. So stepped in and I'm able to help, solve a need that they have. So, but like I said, here, almost $22,000 is the expected annual revenue. Okay. So any questions about how I acquired the property? I got a question there. Ebony, you got a question? Go ahead.
Yes. You said that you acquired the property by taking the loan off their hands.
Great question. So, because I want to make sure I'm very clear whenever I share this information. So they deeded the property, which means that they gave me title to the property, ownership of the home. In return, I promised to pay the mortgage. Okay. So most people use the term assume their mortgage. All right. When you assume something, you have to go through a qualification. When you assume a mortgage or a loan, you have to go through a qualification process for yourself with that bank. Okay. Whenever you promise to pay the mortgage, your word is your bond. Okay, so there's no credit checks, no money downs if not needed. It's no, you're able to just really walk into the transaction, get the keys to the house. In fact, go right ahead.
I was just gonna ask, so if you came into them saying that, okay, I'll take over the property and pay the mortgage and take this property off your hands, why would they trust that that would be beneficial to them? Like, well, how would they know that the mortgage is still in their name, right?
Yes, it's still in their name. Great question. And that's where my book is going to, answer all of those questions right here. Okay. So the book will be coming out. Hopefully the publisher can get that book out first of the year. But since we are on the call, I will share that with you. But as soon as this book is available, please stay in contact with me. I'll make sure that I send you I would say a signed copy, but it wouldn't be worth anything. So I'm just going to send you a copy. Okay.
You can still sign it.
Awesome. Okay. So yes, you asked why. Several reasons why. People are motivated to do things, for their own reasons. But for this couple here in particular, they couldn't afford financially to continue to pay for a mortgage, pay for a home that they can't maintain, that they're not living in, right? They couldn't afford it. Then once it is time for them to actually sell the property, they were going to have to bring about $19,000 to the closing table. Why? You have 6% to both agents. Then you have about, I told them that, they probably should, in this time, they're going to need to budget probably about 2.5% to 3% of closing costs. Yes, you can get away with no closing, but when a buyer sees that your back is up against the wall, look, they're going in and they're going to ask for everything, including the kitchen sink, keys to your car, your newborn. They're going to ask for everything that they can possibly get from you. So they knew that already because they had that situation happen to them before I approached them. So the sequence, the way how things transpired, it just worked out in everyone's favor. Everyone's favor. Now, as I said, they hadn't been to the house in 3 months. The yard was a jungle. A jungle. It's a gated backyard, but one of the gates were falling off the hinges. So, you got a swimming pool that's not covered. So you have all sorts of potential liability claims there. So I was very thankful that I was able to step in and help this family out. All right. Is that another question or is that still the same hand up?
It's another question.
Okay, go right ahead.
Oh crap, don't lose it. You said that Okay, so the promissory note. So one, how is it legal for them to give, like, basically like hand over their mortgage? Because in my mind, I'm thinking from like a contract standpoint. Like if they have a contract with the bank that they're gonna pay it, do the homeowners have a contract with you that you're gonna pay their mortgage?
Another excellent question. Okay. So the agreement between the seller, the original owners of the property and the bank is that they're going to continue to make their monthly payments until the balance of the loan is paid. Anytime title is transferred from one person to another, there is what they call an accelerator, okay, a due on sale clause within their mortgage, which means that, hey, if the title changes without the bank's approval, the bank has the ability, they have the right to call that mortgage note due immediately. Okay, they do have that right to do it. What are the chances of them doing it while that mortgage is being paid? Very slim, very slim. Why would the bank, this is just questions. This is not like anything directly at you, okay? So if you ask yourself, why would the bank call a mortgage due on a home that has absolutely zero equity in it? It's going to cost them a lot more money, okay, to do that. Banks, they have that there as a form of protection, just like you wear a seatbelt as a form of protection. You hope you never need that seatbelt, but in the event that you do, it's there for your safety, right, and protection. So that's where it's there for with banks. So now here's the ninja trick that Coach Joe uses. When Coach Joe acquires this property, he doesn't acquire it in his name. I don't acquire it in my business name. I acquire it in a special entity that will shield and hide the new owners of the home. Okay. Why do I do this? Because you don't want to alert anyone. You don't want to alert banks. You don't. You just want to keep paying that mortgage. They don't care what account that mortgage comes from, as long as that check clears. Boom. I can tell you because I've been paying a couple of these, for about 2.5, 3 years now. Okay. They don't care. But I like to do it for several reasons. One, it hides ownership of the property. So the bank doesn't see that it switches hands. Okay. For me, it doesn't show that, hey, I've acquired a new asset. Robert Kiyosaki, he has a great saying: own nothing but control everything. Okay. Own nothing but control everything. In this case here, you look up the owners of this property, not gonna find me. Not gonna find the previous sellers, but I control the asset and in my book, it will explain exactly what that it's not a secret, but hey, it'll explain it. I got to leave something out there so you say like, I got to get this book. Right?
Hey, no. They got to join a group. They got to join a group.
Yes, sir. There we go.
The book is a bypass of the group.
Hello. Hello. All right, let me keep going through this thing here before I get too far off track. Okay, so with this property here, because I actually went out to purchase this property, there are some renovations that are going to come along with the home that I have to address, I have to do. So for instance, I put landscaping. I love this part here, man. Has this beautiful circle driveway. Then on the side here, you have a 2-car garage, and then you have additional parking. Man, you talk about jackpot. Perfect for what we're going to do here. So I came up with my budget because I own the property, right? So some of these things in here, like putting in new floors, if I don't own the property, hey, I can take that $6,000 out of my budget, okay? But because I do, hey, I need to leave it there, all right? And I'll show you guys why. So I'll go through, do some landscaping, some interior painting, no matter what. If you have an Airbnb, you need to do some interior painting, and I'm gonna show you guys why you want to do that. So in essence, Remember this, you're going to want good quality smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. You're going to want fire extinguishers, certain things from a safety and a precaution, things that you guys are going to want to have in place. You're gonna want some really good quality lighting in there. You're gonna want a security system, okay? Installation for a security system right now is about $150 pending what all you get. On this property here, we put a camera at the front door. We put a camera in the backyard where the pool's at. We have the, what do they call, the automatic touchpad lock. We have the garage door to where you can let it up and down. We have the nest egg to where we can actually control the temperature. And lastly, it's a secret here. A lot of people didn't know. We actually have a noise monitoring system built in. So people ask like, well, hey, what are you going to do about parties? Well, I mean, hey, best thing I can do is monitor my noise. I can look at cameras if it's just, the noise gets too far out of hand. I'm not making it a habit of looking at the cameras nonstop. That could become addicting. It could just become controlling. I have no desire to be controlling at all. My noise monitor goes off. Now I need to send a text message or give them a call. Hey, can you tone it down a little bit? We're getting calls from neighbors, right? Because they don't know it's one built in the house. We're getting calls from neighbors. If it just spikes up, gets too high, boom, we just go ahead and call it in. We're not messing around. We call it in, but when we call it in, here's the beautiful thing about it. If they say, hey, coach, it's only going to be 8 people here. Okay, fine. Noise is a little high. Okay, not a big deal. If it's extremely high, I look on my cameras and I see, and I can count at least 30. I take a snapshot of that 30. I call it in. The police comes and shuts down the party. I take that snapshot. I send it to Airbnb. Now, Airbnb is going, if the property is on Airbnb, they're going to pay me $25 per person over the eight people. Oh yes. So it's
lovely.
Like, it's so you want to be smart, and for me, here's the thing. I studied Airbnb for a couple of months. This is not the only platform I'm going to be utilizing, but this is one of the platforms. It's the most popular. So I studied it for a couple of months. I signed up for coaching, mentorship to ensure that, hey, I can learn from other success.
Whoa. Stop. You signed up for what?
Other people's coaching and mentorship.
What?
Of course. I'm a rookie at this.
You mean to tell me you got several properties. You know how to get houses Airbnb. You know how to get houses subject to. You have income coming in from rental properties, and you're signing up for a coach and a mentor?
Of course. We all need to learn. Michael Jordan had a trainer. Kobe Bryant does. LeBron James does. All the greats have great philosophers and, that they refer back to.
Facts.
Yeah. And like I said, for me, it's learn from others' successes and others' failures, because we love to discuss both. So I enrolled in a coaching service, and now I'm taking what they've put together, put my little twist on it. See, what's my little twist? My little twist is I want to own the asset. Not all of them, but hey, this one here, I want to own it. So it was a wonderful opportunity. So I own it, right? So now it's, hey, what else can I do to make this thing special? And I'm going to get into that, right? Because right now, if you guys look at Airbnb right now, you're going to log in. As a matter of fact, hey, and while we're speaking, I'll do it right now. You're going to log in. You're going to see some really nice properties, right? And nothing too fancy, nothing out of the ordinary. You're just going to see some clean houses. Coach, everyone do this. Just go look, whatever city you're in, go look for Airbnb. You're going to find nice, clean properties, right? So for me is, hey, how can I be unique? How can I set myself apart? How can I make myself sexy, special, to where my property now is no longer the norm, but it's extraordinary, right? So that's what I focused on. And where did that concept come from? Came from studying and learning, watching the greats. Everyone says that properties that have what they call a theme to the home do 4 to 5 times better than those that do not, meaning that they stay booked. So the numbers that I share with you guys here, this is in the event I just go in here and throw some furniture and make it nice. But Joe doesn't do that, right? So here, these are photos of the bedrooms. So you see here, I gotta, redo the floors in there. Here you have a circle there. You have, we had to pull up the floors and see what was going on underneath. So when we pulled the floors up, what we noticed is that they had a subfloor right here in front of this window. Okay. And it was out of particle board, not even plywood, particle board. So a particle board, if moisture gets on that, it will mold, and the shape will it would just start to shape shift. Yep. That's a tough one for me, man. Shape shift. Okay. So that's what was happening right there. So we pulled up the floors. We pulled up that particle board, and you know what we found?
What?
Sunken living room.
What?
This is old school, right? Old school, because they make everything one level now. A sunken living room. Wow. So this is when we get to like the creative part of things. Okay. So we look at it, we're like, okay, look, do we fill it in, make it all one level, or do we leave it? Okay, let's look at it from a cost standpoint. Concrete has increased to just the concrete alone was going to be about $1,100. Okay. The labor to do the concrete, put the rebar in. Rebar is the metal wires and bars that you guys see like on sidewalks before they pour them. You'll see the metal bars. That's the rebar to keep the concrete intact, because the earth moves and shifts to try to help it without the concrete from breaking. So all of that was going to cost us about $2,400. We already knew it. So I'm like, man, why would I want to spend $2,400 to do this?
No, sir.
So, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it in a sunken living room.
Absolutely.
So here, this slide here just basically lets you know what the essentials are that you're going to need when it comes to an Airbnb, what you have to have. Okay. If you want a decent...
Hold on. You gotta have a salt and pepper shaker.
Brother, go to a house and don't have no salt and pepper and see what kind of review you get. See, an Airbnb review is 10 times hurtful than a bad review for a hotel.
Wow.
A hotel has a national brand behind it that people are accustomed to visiting and have already had their experiences with the brand, right?
Bro, so you gotta have wine glasses.
Man, look, you gotta be ready to go.
A water pitcher?
Ready to go.
Look at y'all. Y'all on this call right now. God, guess what? I'm doing it Facebook Live. Joe has paid money for a mentor. Joe has paid money. I mean, Coach Joe is giving this away. Right now, everybody on this call is getting blessed because the money that he paid to be a part of this membership, you're getting this information. I've never seen this before. And I'm telling you now, you better take advantage of it. This guy is giving it away to you for free. Wow.
It's important, man, that we each one teach one, we all learn. So, for the sake of time, guys, I do apologize. I'm going to zip through this thing because I know there's going to be questions at the end and I don't want to hold anyone up too late.
You got 3 minutes.
Perfect. So here you have the essentials. Basically, any property that you have, the rule of thumb is, $5,000 to get a property ready. That's the rule of thumb. Okay. And so, and for additional bedrooms, you want to add, about $2,000 to $2,500. So 5,000 for a one bedroom. Second bedroom, third bedroom, you want to add about like I said, $2,000 to $2,500. Now, there are ways of getting that number down by shopping, just doing some very thrifty shopping. But if you have a business and you're booming, you don't have time to do the thrifty shopping. You're going because you know what your returns are going to be. Okay, so I estimate to get this property here, it's got to be about $8,000 to get this property ready. Okay, so and I was able to do it at 8 because I already had a lot of furniture items that from staging of our flips that I'll be able to use. Okay, so you guys heard me mention to you guys earlier about theming out your property. So in this area where this property is located, they're known for casinos. Okay, that's what brings the tourist in. Okay, that's the number one tourist driver there is the casinos. If you guys stay at a casino during the week, yes, you can get some pretty affordable deals. And if you're a frequent gambler, you can even get your rooms paid for. Okay, that's for a party of two people, maybe 4 if you guys want to be all in one room. Okay,
you got 1 minute left.
All right. Well, hey, look, this minute is gonna get stretched. So in this case here, you get an entire house. The average daily rate is, under $200, right? So I'm working to make my property very unique to where not only travelers want to book, my location, but some locals as well. Some people are hesitant about, leasing out to, doing Airbnb to locals, and they only want to do people that travel. For me, I'm an equal opportunist. Okay. So it's certain things that you can do to filter through. You're never 100% safe, coach. Never. But it's certain steps that you can do to ensure that you're leasing out the property to someone that's responsible. Okay.
Hold on. Put a pin right there. Bro, let me talk about something real quick. And I'm gonna
talk to me. Hey, that minute done stretch.
yeah, it's 9:45. I want to give them 15 minutes question. Listen, y'all, it's several types of investors, right? It's several types of investors. You have the one that's high risk, moderate risk, and low risk. Mm-hmm. Joe is a high risk. He's a high risk because he don't mind making the bigger dollars and taking the bigger chances, right? Moderate risk would be somebody that's saying, I'll try this out, but blah, blah, blah. Low risk means, hey, I just want guaranteed money. I am low risk, he's high risk. You got to be the person in between. That's all I got.
Well, and just make sure that the risks you take, that they're calculated. Okay. And that you do, do your best to, try to protect yourself best as possible, no matter what. If you're a basic landlord, you're going to have a bad experience one day with a bad tenant. It just is. If you're doing Airbnbs, you're going to have a bad experience. You just are. You walking through your own personal home, you are as the owner, you got a bad experience. It's just a normal thing. But guys, so essentially what I'm doing with this property here, create an account to a place called shindig.com. They're very popular when it comes to like party items. So that property there, we're going to convert it into a casino themed home. So when people come to our property, they're going to get a full-blown experience, okay? A full-blown experience. So we'll have the poker table, we'll have the poker/blackjack table, we'll have, the television with the nice surround sound, and we're going to have like all these nice little trinkets throughout the house. So that right there is going to make the property stand out. No other property in that area like this. No other property. Okay. When you drive up to that circle driveway, you got that red carpet waiting on you, got your name on it. You walk through that front door, you got that red strip. Then you got the sunken game room. You have the accent wall where folks can go take their photos. I mean, it's just going to be a very inviting area. So, but, you know, let's fast forward, take a look at some numbers here. Forgive me for going a little fast at this point, but let's take a look at numbers here. This is what's going to be very interesting here. So you take a look at what your expenses are. Utilities, landscaping, pool care. Here is the ADT is the security system, your rent, internet, insurance. I left out blank, but basically you're looking at about $2,000 a month. Okay, $2,100 a month. That's what you're looking at. Come over here for the year, you're at, hey, look, $25,000 for the year. Take a look at what Airbnb is expected to make, almost 22. Your expenses 25. You're at a negative $4,000. So whenever you're looking at this, you're like, wait a second. This is a bad deal. I'm not doing this. I'll just rent it out the regular way. At least I know I'm gonna be up $3,000, right? I'll be up $3,000. Now let's continue to go. So in the back, and I'm gonna circle back around to show you how we're gonna increase the profits. In the back of the in the backyard, you have a studio, a 1-bedroom studio apartment. Okay. This and as you guys can see here, so you have everything back here. You have the bathroom with a tub, shower, vanity, all that. You have a full-blown kitchen. You have the studio section down here, eating section up here, and you have another like sunroom up there. Okay, so you look at this property here. I just put sleeps 2. It actually sleeps 4, but this property here, we put the annual revenue is about 21,000. Remember, this property is located on the exact same property. So my mortgage from the front pays for both properties. Okay, pays for both properties. But from my primary ownership of this house, I get paid off the studio, a rental fee, and I get paid another rental fee off of the main house. Okay, so this property here is expected to be rented out about 18 days. I'll show you how we're going to increase all of that. So this gives you guys a good look of the property here. Not bad. Super. There's nothing amazing about it. But because we're going to theme it out and make it an experience. With this property here, we're actually going more so towards a princess style theme. So you'll have pink walls with, you know, white ceilings, and the furniture is going to be like pink and blue. So it's going to be very like feminine in there, right? It's going to be very, very feminine. So, you know, it'll be furnished out with, you know, a couple of these types and styles of essentials. But the goal with this one here is to be able to lease it out to those that are traveling alone, maybe some nurses that are there for a short-term stay, or you know, some single, or maybe 2 travelers traveling alone, but give them that experience. Also to where, hey, if someone has their child, you know, and they say, oh wow, this is a, you know, a princess themed house, we want to stay there. It's a little bit more incentive to get them to say, you know what, hey, I want to be there. Right. So this house here, I could rent this property out. What, you know, I'll fast forward. I could rent this property out here twice on a Saturday for 2 hours and make $300 per booking. Right. So $600. So I can do that because, hey, why? Because I can rent it out to locals for little girls' parties. You know, nice little party. Hey, the yard is large. Hey, I put a bouncy, what do they call it? Spacewalk back there. Boom, they're happy. 2 hours in. All right, you got to go get someone else in. So here I looked at, you know, I have my budget there to get this property ready. You look at the profit loss on this property here.
Bro.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Nah.
What you got?
Answer questions. Hey, what question they have, man? You done gave it. It's 9:52. We got 8 minutes.
All right,
We're
cool.
not
cool.
going over time tonight. We're not.
Wait. Let me share this part. Then we're gonna open it up for questions. Okay.
All right, bro. You got
I'll bypass.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll bypass all this here, and and I'm going to go straight back here, okay? And this isn't the main house. This is going to be the guest house. I need to fix that up. But basically what you have here, I broke it up into each house, house one, house two. How we're going to increase the income, the revenue from each property. So one, you start off by theming it, okay? You're making it more desirable. Secondly, you put your property on different platforms like a furnish finder, which is a short-term rentals for nurses or other corporate workers. You can do it on bookings.com, TripAdvisors, PeerSpace, Vacation by Owner, so many other sites out there that you can do. Here, you put your property on PeerSpace, people will rent out this house for a video shoot, a photo shoot, a meeting, a baby shower, kids party, or a meeting again. So that's a duplicate there. All right. So, but they will rent it out because it's unique, it's different. You rent out a party bus right now for little kids to play video games. It is, I want to say about $200 for 1 hour. $200 for 1 hour. You rent out this house here, say if they want to rent it out over the weekend. Nope, you can't rent it for just 1 day. No, you got to rent it for 2 days minimum. Actually, I want to do 3, but starting now, I'll do 2 days minimum. So over the weekend, what am I charging? $300. So now $600, for that. And so, but whenever you go through it, guys, so you take a look at the increase from the additional platforms, the main house would actually generate almost $7,000. That's double what it would make in the event I just rented it out the regular way on a long-term lease. The house in the back would actually generate about $21,000. Okay. Now, whenever we have these numbers here, this is net profit. What I shared with you guys earlier, this is gross profit. Okay. So here I included the actual expenses. So now you're looking at one property that can make me almost $30,000 a year. Almost $30,000 a year. That is a portfolio loan right there. That's a rental portfolio to make that amount of money off of one property.
Perfect timing, brother. It's 9:55. They got 5 minutes of questions and answers, brother. Perfect. Perfect.
Man, you're funny. Hey, let me do this here before I forget. I am going to, if any of you guys ever, want to meet with me, have any questions for me, want to run anything by me, I'm going to drop in the link right now in the chat box, my calendar. You guys are able to go log in. Hey, book a call. They're about 30 minutes long. Hey, book a session. Look, we'll have a call and see, what's the best route, best method of being able to assist you guys. But if you need to get to me, that way is the quickest way. Also, guys, if you could please show your support, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Hey, just as some additional support, I will greatly appreciate it. And also I value you guys' feedback tonight. So I'm gonna zip it now and turn it over to them, Coach.
Man, look here, awesome presentation, awesome information. We love everything you gave, man. I mean, guys, this is stuff that Joe paid for. He's part of membership, and he want to assist you with being great. Joe do this full time. He just want to help you be great. If you don't take advantage of this man information and get on his calendar, you're crazy. You flat out crazy. You're on this call for a reason, and I want to encourage you to be great. And this guy right here wants you to be great. Get on the schedule, get with him. He's gonna make you better than you ever been. I promise you that. And I don't promise too much. I hate to promise, actually. But I know that Joe is about that business, and I know that Joe, he like bragging on other folks' success. So I want to honor him by telling everybody on this call, everybody on Facebook, everybody, hey, look, get on this calendar. It does you everything great to be on this calendar. This is what he do full time. He quit his job. He don't want to work for nobody else. He want to help others. So give him his calendar, let him help you be great. My book is Why Wait to Be Great. Look here, I met Joe and I learned what greatness was.
Oh man, get out of here, man. I appreciate those kind words, though. I do, man.
Nah, man, I mean that, man. I mean that. It ain't no joke, ain't no playing. I mean, seriously, guys. If you want success, you gotta be with the best. Joe is that guy. I'm plugging you in on Facebook too, man. I'm on Facebook Live. I did something different than YouTube Live. I did Facebook Live tonight. I want to try something out. Joe, before we do the question and answer, brother, do you plan on, I know I made a comment to you earlier today when we talked. Do you plan on having class after Christmas on Monday next week or not?
You know what, man? Honestly, like I said, I'm definitely working, so it's really up to you. If you you want to be available, hey, I don't mind being available.
Joe, I'm always available, bro. When you talking about real estate, I love this. I love this with a passion. I want to help as many people, and anybody getting a call after Christmas, they gotta be serious. We got to figure out a way to make them sign up right then and there.
No, absolutely. Yep, let's do it then, brother. Let's do it.
Done.
That easy,
man. Look. I thought that people want a day out, but look, I'll be on. Hey, look here. I rest when I'm dead.
Brother, look. I got a goal. My goal is 5 years to take my foot off the throttle.
Damien said they had to go to work. Damien, I hope you took Joe information down before you left. Ebony just booked mine. Okay, great deal, Ebony. Ebony's serious. She asks a lot of questions. Look here, y'all. What's your questions? Go ahead and ask them. Skip tracing. Go over skip tracing real quick. Give them a couple sources. Your yellow pages, your white pages, your blue pages.
Right, so we have some questions about skip tracing.
Yes, sir.
So skip tracing, I take it that you guys already know what skip tracing is. So you can go to a website called truepeoplesearch.com. and you can search by name here in the address, or you can search by name, or you can search by address. Whenever I'm skip tracing and looking for an owner, I always search by address first, okay? Because you can have a lot of, Terrence Williams in Virginia. But if you go to that address, it's going to pull up the one that should be appropriate for that particular property, right? So you can go to True People Research. You can go, and these are free sources. I always try to give people free sources. You can go to Fast People Research. Fast People Research is always going to, just send you through this little qualifying thing here. Click on all buses. And it's the same thing as True People Research. But sometimes the information is different. So you can't always find the information on Fast People as you can True People. But those are just two sources that you guys can use there to do skip tracing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. I appreciate you giving that information out. The young lady asked, would you get that information out? I like, absolutely. We are here for you. We are serving you. Our job is to help you be better. That's it. Absolutely,
man. It's I'm thankful to be in this position that I'm in. But at the same time, I definitely understand that the work's not done. The work's not done, and I'm excited about it, and I truly love all aspects of it. Now I'm able to really get an opportunity to move over to another passion because of you, Coach. And that's, being able to give back and motivate and encourage others like Ebony. I can't wait to work with her because she's extremely energetic and excited. What do you got for us, Ebony?
Yeah, you say that now. until you're like, oh, this girl again. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I am definitely interested in real estate. I'm an entrepreneur right now, and I'm on my I just finished my second year of business. So I know, like, when you get loans and stuff in your business name, you have to have 2 years of tax returns. So just finished my second year. So I'm filing my second year of returns. And so now I want to start looking into getting properties in my business name and building up the business credit. So my main thing is though, like I want to get into the multi-unit properties, but I don't understand how do I get financing for that, because I'm looking at them on the internet and they're talking about a cap rate and all these type of things, and I don't understand how to even get my foot in the door for something
Oh
like.
man, I love it. One, kudos to you because you sound so young, and to to be that mature to put all your ducks and line them all up in a row and go out and execute. Man, that is amazing. So kudos to you for that. Secondly, you're in the right place when it comes to getting information that's needed to really leapfrog you ahead of others that are not in meetings like this here, right? So I'm going to share something with you about multifamily here without going too in depth. All right. So to get financing for multifamily, you probably think I'm going to be crazy when I say this, but it's actually easier to get approved for a loan for a multifamily property than it is for a single family. Why? When you're doing a single family, they're going off of your credentials only. So your credit rate, your debt to income ratio, as well as your employment and income. Okay. When you're doing a multifamily, if that property is already cash flowing, you can actually account 70% of what that property is cash flowing, add that to your income, and now, hey, and now gets you approved for a lot more. So how can that affect from a number standpoint? Let's say for you personally right now, your buying power for you I'm assuming, okay, these are just hypotheticals. Your buying power for a single, person making, $70,000 a year. Okay, they're going to approve you for $180,000 loan. Okay, so now you take that 180,000, and then now you're going to go out and you want to purchase a multifamily, and you're going to live there. Okay, so now you take 70% of the income that property is generating. You add that to your 180 that they've already approved you for. So now you're in that ballpark of $500,000. So your buying power increased because your projected income is going to increase based upon you acquiring this property. So they take all of that into consideration. All right. Secondly, you really, really want to get with us from a forecasting side of things, as well as from a bookkeeping side of things. I can attest that not having the proper books and maintaining the proper books will cost you thousands of dollars. But maintaining it, and it's super simple. Whenever you have a template, you have a blueprint, you have someone to sit there and help you structure it and set it up to where you can properly forecast what your business should make 6 months from now, a year from now. You can forecast however far out you would like. And then you can also insert and pull things out. So for me, I have multiple businesses, right? I have a rental property business. I have fix and flips. I have Airbnb now. Okay. Now I have coaching, and then I'm transitioning over to Turo. So I have five businesses. I need to be able to track where my resources are at any given time, right? What's coming in, what's going out. And it's not hard whenever you have a template to follow. So I'm glad that you booked that session with me. So, I can touch on it, because it's quite a bit, but once you get it set up, man, you rocking and rolling.
All right, man, you took. Hey, man, look at me.
Go ahead.
It's 10:07, brother. We are 7 minutes over our time. You got one more question you can answer. And we gotta get out this call.
Look, I'm excited, man. Look, you get off. I'm excited, man. Hey, I can't contain myself. You see it.
Listen, you know how preachers say you can't say it all in one day? You can't do it all in one day.
True.
You can't say them all tonight.
All right. Hey, if I can get one. Just one.
Just one.
That's
You got
multiple.
one. Ebony came. She already booked you. She
I
good.
said, that one right here, future millionaire right here.
Yes,
Hey, I
sir.
love it, love it, love it. All right, does anyone else have like any questions, any feedback? I'd love to assist them, as well as I'd love to learn from you guys if you have anything you would like to share. No? Okay. Well, Coach, I'll just, sum it up on my end and say, hey, please reach out to me. If you guys are interested in learning anything more, as I shared with you, hey, follow me on Instagram. You can direct message me there under Coach Joe, Coach with a K. Okay, all one word, Coach Joe. You'll be able to find me there. You guys have my calendar. If you guys want to schedule some time, hey, I always tell people, the first call is free. So whenever you do that, hey, come prepared, ready to talk, come prepared, ready to discuss, pick my brain, learn as much as you can, bring your ideas as well. So, I just want to wrap it up saying, hey, I really genuinely appreciate you guys for, being on the call. Any feedback you guys would like to drop in the chat or in the meetup group or in a direct message will be greatly, greatly appreciated. So, Coach, the floor is yours, my friend.
So, brother, I did something a little different tonight. I did Facebook Live tonight, man, and
Okay.
we got some good ratings. Some people clicked and said great information, very informative. I'm trying to look for your information so I can throw it on Facebook Live as well. Great presentation, great information. Thank you for being inspiration to these individuals, man. I mean, guys, all I can say is we all started with someone else in mind. No one started on their own. Nothing's new under the sun, right? So we want to encourage as many people to take control. All right, I just sent it in on Facebook. We want to control, we want to encourage everyone to take control of your future. I mean, I have a retirement set up. I have ways of making money through the government. However, I'm more interested in creating my environment, creating my future, creating success. I listen to so many audiobooks. I read so many books. I'm so inspired. America came about for people not to be in a certain mentality. It didn't come about just for us to just go with the flow. It came about because it's supposed to be the land of opportunity. My question is, and it's going to be the final words. My question is, are you taking advantage of all the opportunities you have? Or are you following the flow? Just think about that. Because right now is the time for you to take advantage, if not. And I'm going to leave it at there. Just think about that. Think about it, because we are in a land of opportunity. It's so many folks fight to get to America just for to have the opportunity to be where we at. And Americans are the ones that looking for the government to do everything for you. You're not taking advantage of the opportunities that's out there for you. I don't know why. I really don't care why, because I am. And I want to help you. Joe want to help you. We're here to help you. So you got somebody on your team. You got coaches. So Joe, that's all I got, brother. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Joe, for this. And guess what? Monday, we'll be back. Same time, same channel.
I'll be here.
See y'all.
Hey, I will be here, my brother. I will. SL, is good to see you on the call. We definitely got a sneak peek. We got a special sighting of Bigfoot. Jamila hopped on the call. So that's not too often. We got a lot of great folks, that are some frequent partners with us. So we're grateful and thankful for everyone, man. So cool. I will talk to you guys here soon.
Take care, bro.
All right, Coach. Later.
We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.
Out.